Hi there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are truly, truly excited. We just want to see who's online. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hope you are doing well on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We are truly, truly grateful that you are able to join us. That you are able to join us in today's wonderful presentation that we have. So we're just going to wait for a couple of people to come on board. Do write in the comments box where you are watching us from. If you are watching from South Africa, if you're watching from Zambia, if you're watching from Malawi, Angola, UK, USA, do let us know in the chat box, in the comments, where you are watching us from. We are here to share with you some very, very exciting news regarding this great topic that we have set out for you, which is activating Plan B in the new economy, right? So if you are watching a replay, also let us know where you are watching us from. If you are live, also put in the chat box live so that we know exactly, who we have online, right? So this is going to be an exciting session. I'm truly, truly excited about what it is that we have to share with you today. So do feed us with comments. If you're enjoying it, put 222 in the comment box as we go forward with this beautiful presentation. And we are just waiting for our guest to come on board. I think she is here as well. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Had trouble logging on. I'm good, and yourself?
I'm very well. Super, super great. So yeah, do throw in those comments, do throw in those likes, and share this on your other platforms and your other pages where you can, so that others are also able to grasp onto these great benefits that we're going to share with you today. Okay, I just want to quickly set up. Set up. Okay, all right. I see we have already got a couple of people online, which is great.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we've got a couple of people already in the comments box, putting in some great comments already.
That's wonderful.
I just want to pull out. So, hola, we've got Ismail Joe online already with us.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Yay.
Yay. So I think let's get started, right? So the topic that we are here to discuss today and delve in, in more detail about is activating your Plan B in the new economy. This really truly excites me because we have just really come of a new revolution with regards to this new economy that we find ourselves in, right? And before we begin, I just really want to unpack what this new economy is for those who may not know that we are in fact in a new economy, right? So the world as we know it has changed, right? And really it's that for those who recognize it, it is the best time of your life because it means that you are going to embrace this change that we are going through globally. It is happening right across all markets, which is absolutely amazing. So this is just really, really, really just something absolutely great. And it is just doing an immense amount of great change for those who recognize that fact, right? So just to go back to a bit of intros, my name is Kgaugelo Leah Dladla. I am a proud Longreach distributor and absolutely excited to be sharing with you about this great business that we have, right? And my guest is Gugulethu Sithole. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so excited to actually have this broadcast. My name is Gugu Sithole, and I'm a proud mom of 3 beautiful kids, and I'm also part of this wonderful business, an opportunity that was really shown to me a few months ago, last year, December to be exact, and it has really changed my life for the better, that is. So it is really a great honor to have you guys, be part of this and join us. And we are only moving forward, no matter how hard the times may be, no whether pandemic or no pandemic, we are still making money. We're still about success and moving forward.
That is absolutely great. So thank you so much, Gugu, for introducing yourself. I mean, today we are really here to speak to different dynamics of people who are looking for opportunities, are looking for a plan B, because as I've mentioned, I mean, this new economy presents great opportunities for those who do see it and embrace it, and, has proven to also be a difficult time for those who don't have, a plan B on their side to actually say where to from here, right? So this new economy that we find ourselves in fact, actually occurred even before what we see today, which is COVID-19. Obviously, we've seen a lot more changes since the introduction of this pandemic, which is on the rise globally. But I mean, what has really come of this new economy that I speak of is the fact that we have what is called a fourth industrial revolution, which is introduced across all corporations. And this means that businesses are now embracing efficiencies through the use of robotics and AI to, in fact, run their businesses a lot better, right? But it's also resulted in some worst case scenarios, if I can call it that, for majority of the people who are finding that they are losing jobs as a result of what has been introduced, right? And then I guess to add to that, this pandemic has now come about where obviously things have not been happening as they normally would be, where a lot of countries are still in lockdown and therefore not able to operate conventionally as they would before. So what that has also presented or added on, challenges, in fact, for the majority of people, because that therefore means that we are finding that businesses which were able to stay afloat prior to COVID are now, on the verge of a threat in terms of survival. And what that's also therefore presented additionally for the workforce is that they have laid off, and they have also, been retrenched. So we've experienced a lot of retrenchments through this period of time as a result of COVID-19. So in fact, it's actually made the way in which we work worse, has actually worsened the conditions of the way in which we work. So, it's the new economy, it's here. It's about really embracing it and finding other ways in which, what I'm excited, we are here to really add on to share with people to say, yes, we are going through something. Yes, there's a lot of change, but it's not all too bad, because here it is today. We are discussing a great opportunity of which can help you to weather what is happening right now, and not only survive but also thrive through this time, which is even more exciting. I mean, I think it's one thing to present people with the statistics of what's happening around them, but not able to provide a solution to how to deal with that. And I think that's what excites me most about what we're discussing today, because we are able to say there is a way to get through it. There is an option. So that's what I always love. I love the success stories of people where you're able to share, not just embracing the problem, but also sharing a solution.
That's very true. Just talking about myself as a mom, that's one of the things that are really dear to me, personally. And not so long ago, I was actually, a few weeks ago, I was watching a video, all these videos that are circulating, and in this video, a manager of some huge company that, a renowned company, was basically letting people go. And someone recorded that. It was just heartbreaking, and most of them were men. It was just heartbreaking. You just wonder, what is this person going to get home and say to the wife? What is this person going to say to, his kids? Where to from here? And I just thought, oh my goodness, what a privilege to actually be able to have work, to have income. I was watching this from the comfort of my home, but there's actually money that's coming in, at that time. So pandemic or not, there's a way, where you can actually not just survive, but thrive, So it is just one of the great, privileges of having, being with a company like this. It really has, for me personally, it's changed my life. But I think for somebody who's now been let go, laid off work, there is an opportunity. And this is what we are about today. This is what we are actually presenting to people today.
Yeah. Definitely. This is something, this is definitely something that we need, as a people, to find out what are the options, what out there can I do, right? What can I embrace at this point in time that can actually help me to be able to provide for my family, as you have rightfully said, to say that seeing especially men in communities who are generally known to be breadwinners, especially for their homes, being let go. This is definitely, something quite heartbreaking, because especially where you find yourself as a breadwinner, you're not able to know exactly where to next, right? What am I going to do? How am I going to survive? How am I going to be able to provide for my family? So, I mean, this is generally the new economy that has obviously presented its pros and cons as it actually unfolds, and I still think there's so much more that it's going to be unfolded by virtue of where we find ourselves now. But happy to have us here today to actually say we have a plan B, right? And this plan B is working. It is proven over the months right now of this global recession that it is something workable. It is something that people can embrace. It is something that people can get involved in, irrespective of their background or where they find themselves currently. So it's definitely something worth sharing, right? I think that's the one thing that we always find ourselves doing more often than not, is actually find ourselves sharing a lot about this plan B, because it is working. It is working for us, and it can definitely work for a lot more people. I see a couple of people online. We've got Bernice Tambwe online. Hey, Bernice. We've also got Ismail Joe, who is saying hola. So we've got a couple of people online who are really rooting for this for what we are sharing today. So we are truly excited. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being online. the new economy, right? So now, speaking to this plan B, right? This plan B was introduced to me, just to share a bit of a more personal story, was introduced to me in 2019, right? This plan B was introduced to me through a very interesting way, right? So, I mean, I personally have followed the route of which my parents said to follow, which is go to school, get good grades, and find the best job. So, in essence, I went to school to be trained to be the best employee, right? And which there's nothing wrong. I mean, that's the route of which our parents followed. And most likely anything very well, you would also want your children to follow suit in that nature, right? So I found that I've worked for the last 12 years, absolutely loved what I've done for the last 12 years because I add value to a lot of organizations through the recommendations and business processes we bring forward, which is great. But I think in the midst of that, you just find that life happens. One of the life aspects that took place in my life was that I became a breadwinner early on in my life, and that meant carrying financial responsibilities of sorts. So I wanted to find something of which could allow me to take care of those financial responsibilities. And fortunately, when I came across this business, which is Longrich Bioscience, I came across an opportunity which did not only afford me an opportunity to be able to carry the responsibilities, but bring along those whom I was responsible for along, in the sense that I could even help them to have their own income and be able to be independent in their own right. Because it's and that's the situation we find ourselves in, and that is life as it presents itself. So as a breadwinner, the responsibilities were adding up. Everything, as you know, is going up right now. And you just thought, I really just thought I have to find something, right? So this was presented to me by somebody who also worked and was embracing this opportunity, wholeheartedly. And one thing that really I saw and quite appealed to me was the fact that she didn't actually have to leave what she was doing full time in order to run the business. And already it was proving to have great rewards that it presented. So it was something very viable, right, for somebody who had full time commitments such as myself. So definitely when I looked at this, I was like, I can do this. I can definitely do this. And I mean, now as we're speaking, we're definitely going to unpack a bit more on these greater other things that we came to discover. But that is my story, right? I work full time, I'm married, I have a family, but I am doing this business wholeheartedly. In fact, I get a lot of people asking me, are you still working? Because obviously I have embraced this with so much heart and so much passion that people tend to question, are you still working? But it is beautiful because it actually allows you to live still doing what you are committed to, and then doing this passionately. So, in your own flexible time. So, this business has been nothing but a blessing. It's been just over a year, and it has just proven to be an absolute winner for me. I know
Yeah,
your
and for me,
story is a bit different, and I'd like to hear what is done for you.
it's totally different. I don't even remember the year I last stopped working, basically. Yes, at first, after finishing high school, I followed that same route of going to school, find a profession. What are you interested in? What's your passion? And for me, I went into the hospitality industry and started studying, and my practicals came. I was busy with my practicals. About 6 months down the line, I was like, no, I can't wake up every day and feel the way that I feel. There's just no way. If it's 6 months down the line and I'm still feeling this way, what is going to change in the next 6 months? And from there, I basically left everything. On my way to work. I was actually at work while working, drafted my resignation letter, handed it over to my manager, and that was it. And from there, I just took some time out, went to work with my dad because he owns his own brokerage company, and basically gained some skills. And to some extent, I then realized that actually I do like being free, and there's some entrepreneurial quality that is in me. That's definitely something that I definitely could pick up while I was there. It wasn't a much of a struggle to wake up for me. Shortly after that, I met my husband, and then we got married, and we had a baby, a first baby, maternity leave. I took my maternity after giving birth. I was like, 3 months after giving birth, I was like, am I really gonna leave this infant with somebody, or go to and drop them off at a nursery? Like, no, it's not gonna happen. As a first-time mom, I had my fears, and I again wrote another resignation letter, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not coming back. And to fast forward the story, baby number 2 came, and baby number 3 came, and I was like, okay.
Wow, super mom.
So now what's gonna happen? There was no way. Now there's more responsibility, and there's only one paycheck. That was the reality that we are facing. But God being God and God being faithful, I met this lady called Leah Zaza, and she introduced me to this wonderful opportunity. And I was like, oh yes, this is for me, because now I think, if you can remember, the question that I asked you was, okay, it's not going to require me to like leave home and be busy, or be, because my kids are my priority. And you're like, no, you can do it from home. And that was basically, that's how you sold it for me, because it was not just going to make sense for me to leave work and then get on and be at work. So it works for me even to this day. I'm busy right now doing this webinar, but my kids are right next door. My kids are right next door, so I can do basically the best. It's like, I can take care of my kids, I can still earn, I can help my husband out, and everybody's happy. I'm happy, the kids are happy that mom is always there. My husband is happy that, oh, she's not bringing something. Ooh, okay. So I guess everybody's just benefiting from it. So that's basically how, I was sold to be part of this business. But I mean, a lot of things happened after that. When I remember the first time when I got the products that you gave me, and when I ordered the products, one of the things were the products. The products were just amazing. And to this day, they just, every time you give somebody, sell somebody something, and they're using it for the first time, I guarantee you they're gonna have something to say about the product. Whether it's the sanitary napkins, whether it's the
So
toothpaste.
these are some of the. So wait, I just wanna. So these are some of the added benefits, the benefits that you started finding within the business.
Yes, those are that's just the first thing. There's a huge demand in our products, a massive demand. Hence, in some cases, there's so much demand, and it's like, okay, we have now, run out of toothpaste, for example. That's how good our products are. So just to share a testimony, a few weeks, last month, when I went to deliver some stock, met some lady who basically just told me her story. Like, oh, saw me with a T-shirt written Longreach, and she could recognize that, oh, she sells Longreach, and she asked if I've got pads or not. And I was like, yes, I do have, because I basically travel with my products wherever I go. So the lady comes up and basically tells me her story, even had to take a video. The lady was just telling me that she was on birth controls for 5.5 years. And soon after that, she tried to basically conceive, and she just couldn't. Somebody told her about our painty liners. she started using those panty liners, just a packet of 30. She said to me, I didn't even finish the 30 inside and had already conceived. Now that's what was amazing. It's like, oh, we are not selling somebody just a lie. We are selling, you know, health. Literally, that's what we are selling a solution. You've got a problem, come to us first. We might actually help you with whatever problem that you have. And I can go on and on about our toothpaste, a lot of testimonies that I've heard. So that's just one of the added benefits of being part of this business, is that we are not trying to put the products in people's faces, like, buy this, try it out. It might not. No, it's like there's something that you're going to get out of it. If you can take 5 products, there's at least 1 or 2 products that you are going to see actually a great outcome of, from using them. So that just brings joy to me.
I can attest to what you're saying, because our products are good. And I think the one thing that really appeals to a lot of people about our products is that it's daily essential products, right? So meaning that it's things that we're using daily, right? But obviously, as you get to find out more about the benefits of what the products actually do, you actually get to hear. I think the one thing that resonates with me, that I found out when I joined, was that it's organic products. So, as we know, a lot of products found in markets are really full of chemicals, and they can result in other certain harmful things taking place. And as you commonly know, a lot of people now are getting lifestyle diseases per se. So, when you're using something organic, it's definitely going to assist you in either assisting with ailments that you may be suffering from, or even helping you to just, be healthier. So I think that's what people really like about the product selection that Longreach really provides, is that it's daily consumables. Because people are already brushing their teeth, they're already drinking coffee, using soaps and lotions. So when they look at this and they see the added benefit of it being organic, they think, okay, this is definitely something worth hearing, because it's not taking me out of what I'm already doing, which is shopping for ordinary daily essentials, right? Just to attest to a personal testimony about the use of the products, for me, I've personally suffered from acne all my life. I lacked confidence. It really just something that hampered on me a lot, especially from a confidence perspective. And in the profession that I do daily, I had to sit in front of people, present findings to them, and by virtue of my lack of performance, it was affecting my performance per se, even in the work environment. And then I came to this environment, and it introduced a whole new spectrum. You always have to be in the forefront of people. You have to always be talking to people. You have to present your business, and confidently so. So, I found that when I used that product, being the first product that I was introduced to, I regained my confidence. I regained who Gaugelo really is, right? And it's helped me so much. And when people see the skin now, they're like, wow, I've known you all my life. And because, you would speak to those around you about the product and about the business, they would therefore take what you're saying as that perceived value, which is something that I really love about network marketing. Because when I share with you a personal testimony, it's not like what you would see on TV, where you don't know whether it's real or not. But now that I'm presenting to you exactly what's happened to me, that value that comes with that, and how you present it, really makes one want to try the products, right? So it's a different way of marketing, but definitely that personal touch it brings is absolutely amazing. That perceived value is definitely a winner. I get a lot of people saying that they're like, wow, hearing of how this has helped you, I can't help but try this for myself, which is amazing.
Yeah, it is very rewarding.
So, very. Speaking to another benefit of which this business provides for me is leveraging, right? A lot of people don't quite understand the model of leverage. Somebody once said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% my own. So, I mean, if you look at the model of traditional business, in that when you would typically start a business of your own, you would have to run that all on your efforts, right? So, be it from the marketing aspect to the sales aspect to the ordering aspect, like all aspects of your business are all falling on your shoulders. And what this model of leveraging really presents is that it basically, encompasses it basically encompasses one, um, you know, paramount, or what do I call it? The most important aspect of a network marketing business, which really makes it quite important, is building a network of a team, right? And really just watching it grow. I think Robert Kiyosaki once said, the rich people in the world look for and build networks while everybody looks for work. So I think one thing that's come up quite importantly is building a network of people of which you will actually build a business with. And it just makes it so much easier. You have a team of people who have different skills, who have different experience, and have different backgrounds. And when you all come together for a common goal, which is to build a business, trust me, magic, absolute magic happens. And I think that is the one thing that for me regarding leveraging absolutely makes it, really great. Because when everything is on your shoulders and you have to ensure that everything you come in with, make sure that it wins, it becomes quite a tough thing to do. So this model of leveraging has become a magnificent tool, which many, renowned billionaires of this world speak of, from Jeff Bezos to, Donald Trump to Bill Gates. Everybody speaks about this model of leveraging and what a magnificent tool it is in order to build and generate wealth together. So I think, what's also great for Africa is that, I mean, we're not known to be a first world country, and we're now trying to build an economy, together. But there aren't really ideal models out there of which you can do this. And I've just found that network marketing actually helps to integrate us and helps us to build a strong foundation of which we can all really build wealth together. So leverage for me is tops. It is absolutely amazing. I didn't know it until I actually came to join a business of this nature, which has really just opened up my eyes to say, wow, so this is what it is. People coming together, growing a network, and building wealth together.
Yeah, it's true. For me, I mean, as you know, once again, going back to family, is that the efforts that you put in today, you're going to see the efforts you put in today somewhere down the road, in your journey, So at some point, I'll want to take time out and actually, okay, let's go on holiday with my family, and I'm actually going to enjoy my holiday. I'm not going to be thinking, oh, I could be actually doing 1, 2, 3 in my business and earning. Because what the efforts I put in before I went on holiday are actually going to, become a reality to me while I'm actually taking time out. So that's just the beauty of our industry, is that you don't, now and then we all want to, whether it's time out for yourself or it's time out with your family, whatever the reason may be. Sometimes maybe you could be, something wrong has happened. Maybe you're in the hospital, whatever, or you're taking care of your mom or wherever you may be. You don't have to stress about, oh, I'm taking care of my mom here who's in, 80 or 90 or whatever it is. I should be concentrating on my business. But with this, rest assured, you are actually going to still be earning, even though you're on holiday, wherever you may be. So it's just a beautiful thing that, in your 9 to 5, you cannot do that. It is impossible. It is not happening. There's no leveraging there. But in this industry, in network marketing, that's the beauty of it. Literally, the saying that says 2 hands are better than one actually becomes a reality, because everything doesn't fall on one person's shoulder. Yes, you're still the CEO to some extent of your company, depending on the effort that you have put in, especially as you start up and as you grow. But it doesn't solely depend on you, because the network that you have built basically has your back. It's your back, it is.
And I mean, this is something actually a mentor said, that build people, and your business is built because it's a business of people. So relationships are also very important. And what you build today, you will enjoy a lot later. I mean, now if you were to leave your job, 12 years in, 20 years in, 30 years in, your pension fund is actually decreasing in value by day, if you think about it. And here you are saying, let me build this. And I mean, if you build it well enough, you can actually leverage on this income as passive income for years to come. So, build it well enough for the first, 2 to 3 years, and you will see paramount, great success come from that. If you do it right, coming into it when you start.
Yeah, true. That's very true. I'll agree with you.
All right.
And with that being said, I'm actually, I don't know, maybe everybody must know beforehand, I'm always going to go back to my family because that's just a passion for me. It's just, once again, flexibility. It allows me to be where I need to be. It's like I take my phone everywhere. We all take our phones everywhere. Maybe not just your laptop, but you take your cell phone everywhere. Like I said, right now, my kids are here, but I'm working. I am making money. Whether I'm recruiting somebody, I don't have to physically be there. I can actually go online and give them a presentation. So it allows you to be flexible with your hours. It allows you to be flexible when your kids are around. So that's the most important thing for me, because it literally allows me to bring up my kids the way that I want to. It's actually a luxury. I won't lie. It's a luxury for most people to actually take care of their kids. And I mean, full time. Just because you're at home and you're on your laptop doesn't mean you're actually taking care of your kids. Literally, your kids could be taking care of themselves while you are busy online. But with a business like this, I can actually switch everything off and actually take care of my kids, because everything has been done on my phone or on my laptop. I don't have to, get into my car, drive to work and then come back later. No, at any time, at any point, if my daughter decides to, sleep until 10 o'clock, I can actually wake up at 7, work, do whatever I need to do. At 10 o'clock, if she's up, or at 9 o'clock she's up, then it's cut off time for me. That's just the flexibility that I have. She's going to take a nap during the day. I'm going to spend time with her maybe for the next 5 hours or so, 4 to 5 hours or so. That's mommy and baby time. Nothing is disturbing us. When she takes a nap, I'm back at it. I'm working again. She takes a nap for an hour or 2 hours. I'm lucky if it's 2 hours though. She takes a nap for that long, for whichever, 1 or 2 hours. I'm working. She wakes up, it's time out. The world, bye world, me and baby. Now and then your husband comes back, it's on and off. So it's switch on, switch off, flexibility, which is very important. So it allows me to spend time with my husband. It allows me to spend time with my kids. So I haven't lost anything. Everybody's, it's amazing how everybody's actually at peace at my house. The kids are not screaming for my time. I'm not, it's everything flows. I think anybody who's a mom and understands the demand that kids have, 3 kids is no child's play. Different ages. My youngest is a year old, and she's very different, very demanding. But when she's, sleeping or I can actually work and get the work that I need to do that day done. I can be effective in what I do, and my business in that way thrives. Because that's what another thing with our industry, you actually need to put in the effort, and you will see the results that you desire.
Definitely. I mean, in my case, it's a bit different. I mean, it's that of which I work full time, so I can still do this. You know, when I knock off from my 9 to 5, after that, I'm able to plug into my business and literally just do it. You know, like I never left. In the morning, I'm able to share inspiration. During my lunchtime, I'm able to send a message or two to others. After that, I'm able to plug in through Zoom and various other social media streams and make the most of it, right? Capitalizing on the opportunity given. So I fully get you on that flexibility aspect, because time freedom is something that you now have. And this really, the great thing about it is that you can do it full time, part time, spare time, anytime.
Yeah.
And I mean, this then speaks to, the next advantage about this business is being able to build your business using the internet, right? I mean, as we
Yeah.
know now, social media has come off to be one of the most powerful mediums to use to actually reach a wider spectrum of people, be it globally, and locally to globally, right? And having partnered with a global business like Longreach, the great thing is that it has a footprint in so many of those other global countries that you in fact want to reach out to. So you
Yeah.
find that you can, in fact, literally speak to people out in the UK, and they can be a part of the business, to people out in Kenya, Zambia, South Africa, wherever it is that people are. Just through the use of your cell phone and the internet, you are plugged into the business, and it works tremendously. So it opens you up to a wider spectrum of people. I mean, globally, we have around 8 billion odd people, right? And you would never meet 8 billion people physically. But through the use of social media, you are now able to reach a wider spectrum of people, making it possible for you and your business to reach places that you could never physically reach, right? And I mean, the great thing also about building your business online is that now most countries are actually on lockdown. So through being on lockdown, I mean, that's obviously restricted a lot of what we generally would use as mediums of communication, which is actually having a physical presentation at somebody's house or meeting at a conventional center to actually convene there to present the business to somebody. But now the great thing that has actually become quite of great paramount importance is getting through to people, and you're actually able to reach far wider, far wider, reach in terms of people in different places, in different markets, and different regions, and you know. So it's opened up a whole new world, which I think a lot of us were previously not open to looking at, in terms of using the likes of this live. A lot of us would shy away from that, and preferably reach to people through telephone or through one-on-one call meetings or through business presentations. But now this has introduced a whole new skill, in fact, to a lot of us. So I think that's what I love most about this business, is that we're learning new skills every single day. And it's also proven to show that we have business continuity. Above all else, the business has continued irrespective of what has come our way. And a lot of people in the business actually refer to this as that it is recession proof, this business, because
Yes.
if you can continue through the use of your cell phone to do your business and actually still create the income and still reach people, you are now dealing in a business that is recession proof. Recession cannot even stop us from doing what we're doing through this business. So it is such a great benefit in that regard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's what's nice. It's not just South Africa that's been hit with this pandemic, but everywhere. So even in South Africa or whichever country that you may be in, there are those restrictions that your country has put, you know, in ensuring the safety and the well-being of everybody because of COVID-19. And I mean, as you know, a lot of people would go out selling or doing whatever or recruiting one-on-one. You can't do that anymore. In some countries, you'll be locked up because of the new restrictions that have been put in place. So even in South Africa, I might be, you know, in Midrand and you know, it's very close to, you know, closest town to me is what, maybe Alexandra or whatever, or Tembisa. I can't go there. You know, I'm not allowed to go there. But when somebody sees or might through advertising on Facebook or any other platform, and they see that, okay, this person has got a business opportunity, let me find out. You once again take your phone and you do the presentation for them, you know, so you don't physically have to go hand out flyers or anything like that. You can just advertise on Facebook, on WhatsApp. You know, they might not be your contact, but somebody who's your contact might actually show them or might have them in mind, like, oh, you know, there's this girl Gugu that I met wherever 2 years ago, or I used to go to school with, who, you know, now does this. Don't you want to check this out because you just lost a job or whatever? Boom, you've got somebody who's, you know, you were never actually, even if it wasn't because of the pandemic, you probably were never ever going to meet them or know of them. But because of the friend of yours who saw your advert, who has still has your number, who you went to school with, you know, um, maybe 10 years ago, but they saw that you are doing this because you've been advertising on Facebook. They saw this on Facebook. They are now telling somebody that they know who has lost a job. That's the power of the internet, you know. So we can never go wrong. And another great, which also speaks to this other thing, which is unlimited income. I'm not now restricted to South Africa because physically I am actually in South Africa. You know, there's, you know, your income is basically set by you. What you want to see as your income is the effort that you're going to put in, or the reach that you're actually going to go after, you know. So if you're just going to stick to South Africa and want to, you know, maybe tell your friends and your friends, that's up to you. But the power of the internet allows you to go out. I mean, look at the in the groups that we have. Look at where you are. I mean, currently I know that you've even gone outside of Africa, you know, but you don't know the person who's in the UK. You know, you didn't even know that person. But because of the, you know, the internet, it has now allowed you to go beyond South Africa, beyond Africa. So your income can actually is actually unlimited. And not just that, it's not just one currency. Now that's something that is interesting. You know, so it's unlimited. You set what you want to get paid. You set the currency that you want to, you know, get paid in. So that's just the beauty of our industry, because now you can reach Uganda, you can reach Malawi, you can reach Angola, you can go anywhere and everywhere. So it's unlimited. You set the paycheck. It's not your boss who's gonna say, "Oh, for this post, we actually want to give you 10,000 rands." No, you say, "I want more," and that's, you go in hard and you get more.
And I think, I mean, really what's also happening, to speak to the unlimited income, right, is with a model like network marketing, or rather with Longreach to be precise, is that it really allows you to run, you know, a traditional, it basically allows you to receive all the benefits of a traditional business, but without taking the typical risk. This speaking to, firstly, the low startup costs and not having to take up an actual physical building where you have a business, and even having to employ of other costs related to that. So already from that aspect, you are saving, right? The other
Yeah.
thing about it is that there's no risk, because whatever form of investment you are making into the business, you are essentially getting products in return for that. And with Longrich in particular, they actually want to give you the what's the word? They actually want you to make as much as possible, right? So if I mean, we are basically paid on performance. And if you're going to be paid on performance, why cap it, right? So they want you to go out there. Whereas in other cases, you are kept at a salary in the case of a job, whereas in other cases, you are kept in terms of the customers that you are able to reach. Here, you have an unlimited reach through the use of the internet and leveraging. And you are also, you are basically told to go out there and make as much as possible. I have never seen a company that actually wants you to go out there and make as much as possible. It is something that isn't commonly promoted, but in this case, they're saying go out there, reach as much as you reach as many people as you can reach, and go out there and make as much as you can possibly make. So why cap yourself to a particular income? Why cap yourself to a particular currency even? Because the great thing about Longrich is that you can actually build in multiple currencies. The one lady that I actually love that I actually quite admire in Longrich is Udemy. She has shown us that over the 7-year period that she's been affiliated with this company, she's managed to build her business out in Nigeria, out in the UK, as well as out in the USA. And she's literally getting paid in multiple currencies through this very same business. So this business actually says go out there and literally build as far and wide as you possibly can, and thus making an unlimited means of income. So I find that it is definitely something of which a lot of people should generally look into this, because irrespective of background, irrespective of your qualification, you can make as much as you want out of this, because it gives everybody an equal footing in terms of how we start and how you build your business. And therefore, it is saying furthermore to that, here's an unlimited income that you can go for. So this really just allows everybody to come on board and do best, do best and build as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, true. Just to go back on the point that you made, that it is actually unlike studying, it's unlike starting your own business. It's like it has everything set up for you for success. So already the fact that it's in over 180 countries, I mean, already that's it's set up already, and it doesn't limit you to go into tapping into other countries. So I mean, how can you go wrong? I mean, it's not just, you're not dreaming in your whatever the currency that you use. You're not dreaming in rands. You can, I mean, like what you just said about Udemy. She's in the UK. She's in Nigeria. She's in the US, Canada. She's everywhere. So it's unlimited, really. When we say unlimited, we're not just making it up. It really is. You set up what you want to get at the end of the day. So it's amazing.
Definitely. And I mean, just to another great benefit, in before we wrap up this is for me, I think one important reason that really makes network marketing important is personal development that comes from helping other people. There are skills that I've acquired through the period that I've been part of this company that I don't think I would have ever thought to be possible, right? By virtue of the responsibility, one, that it gives you, because now you have to manage your own business. You also have a team of people that you are also managing or building the business with. And you now have to look at things in a different light, right? And I think as you grow in the business, your why also evolves. So you may have come into the business wanting to the betterment of yourself and that of your family, but as you grow, you actually start to see and live for a far bigger purpose than that of yourself. Your why just truly evolves to be something else, to say, because you see the reach that you can have, the unlimited income that you can actually now start to see that I can actually reach, I can actually assist people through this business. I think the one thing
Yeah.
for me, it truly just breaks my heart to have to hear of somebody's problem and not have a solution to provide. And through network marketing, it actually assists you to be able to say, be it from a health perspective, there are products to assist you. Be it from a financial perspective, there's a compensation plan or the business that you can actually engage in through the compensation plan to actually assist you in that respect. So you're able to be more, to others than what you would have thought possible. So it's truly rewarding to be able to lift other people and watch them become better every single day through a business of this nature. And you also grow as an individual. You grow as you grow your business grows, you also grow as a person. Self-development for me has come out to be one of the greatest things that I've adopted through this, because you are now growing, your skills, as mentioned earlier, and your strengths and your experiences just really grow and develop to be something that you never even, you could have never even been taught in a lecture room. And now you are becoming that. So you every single day you are becoming a better version of yourself, and I think that's what makes it, above all else, truly really rewarding. Even today I wrote a quote on Facebook to say I'm truly grateful for where I'm at, and I'm looking forward to where I'm going. But I have this crazy idea, or at least what people would think is crazy, that I believe I need to live for a bigger purpose than me. So that is that's what network marketing brings out of you, to say that life can be very fulfilling because you are actually assisting others.
Yeah, I can actually attest to that in a big way. I mean, as I said earlier, as a mom who literally for about 7 years I've been at home, to some extent, I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm actually gonna go cuckoos. I'm now just speaking baby language morning, day, and night. My mind was not challenged at all. Um, it's like I felt like, okay, is this really it? And it's only been a few months. I haven't even really um, uh, uh, been in the business for a year. It's just been a few months. Only in December it's going to be a year. And I have to say, the person I am personally becoming, the challenges, and the only reason that I'm being, evolving and forever changing is because of the challenges that the company, or rather being in this business, is posing for me. It's requiring you to not just think of yourself. You've just now recruited somebody. You could have recruited somebody yesterday, or whenever, who literally had nothing, and you need to help them. And now need to, you know, stop thinking about me and my babies and me and my kids, and say, how am I going to assist this person to actually excel in this business, by sending like your motivations in the morning and telling them, okay, how, this is what you need to do. If they come and like, I'm having difficulty with understanding this, you now need to go back and read and really research and see what is it that you know the ins and outs of the business. And by reading and learning, we actually learning about business, the
Mm,
practicality of business. One of the things I'll say is that I have seen in my personal life, my daughter has taken she's 7, but she's taken such an interest in business, in all that I do. The videos that she makes, she'll get into the
mm,
bedroom and take some of the products that I have, and she'll talk about, she's learned basically how to read in the last 2 years. And she will read and literally take videos of, no, this is a body wash, this is um toothpaste, this is whatever, and she'll say this is good for this is good for this. And when I'm taking stock of, stock, and she'll write everything down in her diary. She now actually has a diary where it's her so-called business diary. But that's just, it's rewarding for me. It wasn't, yes, I started this for myself, but look at what it has basically done to my whole family. For my daughter, already she's learning about entrepreneurship. you know um the other people that you recruit that are, coming from different backgrounds, when you hear about the struggles that they have, it's the most rewarding thing to actually assist somebody who thought, I'm going to just die here at the corner just selling sweets and whatever. Especially now during the pandemic, they can't even do that. And then you introduce them to this opportunity, knowing that even there's no joining fee. Literally, what you take out is the product that you're gonna get is so low. They can actually afford to join, and you see their lives change. And then when you get somebody telling you that, oh my goodness, you were sent by God. I don't know what I can say. It's like, I'm actually being used. It's so rewarding. I think as human beings, at the end of the day, we don't just live for ourselves, but we really are on this earth to make a difference in the next person's life. So this business has challenged me in those ways, and may continue to really, but the more you're challenged, the more your strength will come out. The muscle, you're building muscle, and you will see basically how strong you are. And that's what it's done. My mind was so literally dead. All I was thinking about was diapers and bottles and you name it. And now, the entrepreneur in me that was dormant is now awake and ready to take on Africa. I love the slogan that we have, that every household in Africa can and will have an income. Now that's something for Africans. Maybe somewhere in the US, or they might not understand it, but looking at the poverty in Africa, really, every household can have an income and should actually have an income through this platform. So I'm eternally grateful to be part of it's like a movement for me. Really, it is literally like a movement, because it's not just about making money. Some people, you find the joy, or rather the reward, comes because, oh my goodness, I had a problem with bleeding gums. As soon as they tell you that I don't have that problem anymore, that's a reward. So it rewards you. It's a rewarding life that you're living. Whether somebody hasn't joined but is using the product, that's a reward, because they're definitely going to give you a testimony. And if they join and their lives are changed, it's another rewarding thing. So you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong by joining Longreach. Never.
Definitely. No, I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you in that regard. It's really been such an absolute blessing being part of this business, considering the benefits that we've just gone through, and what it can really do to change people's lives. So it's definitely something that people need to plug into. It's definitely something that more people need to know of, because we're really just there to give hope. And I mean, I hear you on how the impact of this can assist Africans, but we are all facing a global pandemic, and this is really for anybody and everybody that is saying, I have lost my means of income, or and I don't know what to do. And this is it. This plan B is definitely it. It's something that you can definitely plug into and help, your family, or even yourself, and even a greater cause that it is that you want to fulfill. You can, through this platform. So you can also plug into it if you are working full time, but saying that, if I don't want to be in a situation only to think about what if I were to lose my only source of income, and only start to think about what can be done after the fact. You want to think about making a plan now. You want to think about, doing something now. so that, you know, through whatever means of which you do apply in your business currently, you can actually thank yourself 3 to 5 years from now, because this business will definitely serve you for 3 to 5 years to come. It's a business that will serve you for a lifetime to come, you know, when built correctly, and when you follow the systems that are in place, by doing the basics. So it's something that, I mean, through what we've gone through today, already we can see that we're not taking people out of what they ordinarily do. We are not saying, this is something that we have also illustrated through somebody such as myself working full time. It's doable. We have also illustrated through you, who is a full time mom, that this is doable. So it allows people of all demographics to definitely come in and plug in and succeed and actually change their lives and that of people around them, and even that of strangers. I think I've come to, as you've mentioned earlier, I mean, building teams, especially across some of the African countries and even now in the UK, I mean, a lot of the people that are within my team that I'm actually building with were complete strangers once upon a time. And now, you know, they have evolved from we've built friendship to now building family, you know. And that's what I actually love most about it. It completely takes strangers from family to becoming friends, or the other way around. And it allows you all to build something so sustainable that, you know, 2 to 3 years from now, it will make so much more sense. But even now, you know, as you start your journey and plugging in, it will definitely allow you to be able to put food on the table, you know. I think a few weeks ago on our TV network, we had a lady who said, you know, she lost her spouse and had absolutely nothing. You know, she had nothing, you know, to provide for her children because they lost their own very breadwinner in the family. And that showed me that this, you know, for anybody who is saying that I have nothing to offer my children, I've got nothing to, you can plug in and make it work. And I mean, you saw already from that TV show how her life has completely changed, which is really great, you know. And those are the stories that we live to see. Those are the testimonies that we live to see, to say, you know, I went from being an ordinary person to now being extraordinary, or I went from, you know, not having time in my 9 to 5 to now having total freedom. I went from being a mom to having, you know, to actually raising my children. You know, I think that's the one point that really stood out for me, to say that not a lot of people have the luxury of actually raising their own kids, which is really just, you know, sometimes mind-boggling. But I mean, it's the demands of what working and you know, some of the restrictions of which you can find yourselves in. But this really just allows everybody and anybody to plug in. So you know, to those of you who have seen and love what you've heard through this broadcast, you know, do reach out through inbox or messenger, and let's unpack more of this, what this activating this plan B in the new economy you know, can do for you. And let's help you get started on your plan B, or even make it your plan A. Because for Google's plan A, you know, for me it's a bit of a plan B, but definitely you know, you can do it. So reach out to us through messenger, direct message. My name is Khaukelo Leah Zaza and Gugulethu Sithole. Reach out to us. We're definitely waiting to hear from you and how we can get you plugged in, activating your plan B, and not only surviving this new economy, but thriving in this new economy. I mean, you heard the point that, you know, thriving. Because, I mean, as you would have heard, the key points we alluded to: flexibility, unlimited income, leveraging, building your business online. You know, those are all things that people want. Those are all things that people want. So do make sure you reach out to us. Let's help you get activated and activating your plan B or plan A, and let's make it a reality and let's build it together.
Yes.
Any closing comments?
And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. You know, it shows that people are really interested in changing their lives and their life stories. So get on board, plug in. It is possible. Whether you've lost your job, whether it is your plan A, let's go for it. Let's go in and let's change lives. Change your life. change other people's lives in the process.
All right. Now, thank you so much, Gugu. We are truly blessed to have had you on. We look forward to many more segments. We look forward to many more segments, having you online with us and engaging and growing, the people of which we're going to reach through this. It is really great hearing from different people and hearing, the different stories and the backgrounds. They truly are what make this business meaningful, because, in as much as our stories may be a bit different, we definitely, there's somebody sitting at home in your very situation or in mine that is saying, oh my word, this is something I can do. So definitely that's what we'd like. So thank you once again, and we look forward to many more segments. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye.